I started as a probation officer for it's a small agency that's in the rural areas, and we provided community corrections to the rural counties. And so I was a community corrections officer, and we would monitor adults and juveniles. And then I went the juveniles route and became a juvenile probation officer. And then I became a program manager with that agency. And then I transferred to Partnership for Families, Children, and Adults. And I worked with the children that were being served in the group homes and the foster homes. At that time, Partnership had a management contract with Chattanooga Room in the Inn, and they had a vacancy for the executive director, and I applied. We're a program that serves homeless women and children for up to 9 months. We provide shelter, but we also provide life skills, coaching, case management, children's enrichment activities, any number of things. Plus, the daily my goal is really to make sure that the services we provide are the best that we're capable of providing. But the board and the staff recognize that this building is not big enough for us anymore. We can serve up to 34 individuals at any time, and we are able to serve 10 to 20% of the women and kids that are referred to us. So we get a lot of referrals that we can't admit because everybody that comes in has to be referred. They might be referred on an emergency basis, to where we put a lot of urgency into getting them admitted if they would be sleeping on the streets or in their car overnight. Otherwise, they're referred. They might be on the waiting list for a while because they're in another shelter. But once they come in, we have an admission procedure. And they're assigned a room. The room's all ready for them. They have an admission kit that has all the toiletry items that they're going to need, along with the supplies to wash their clothes before they move in. Ultimately, the goal, like I said, is that they're earning a living wage and that they're living in permanent housing. But our mission is that we want them off of all public assistance and to be independent. And because that's a job in and of itself. So seriously, that, we can't joke around with each other, and it really helps because this isn't a calm environment. There's a lot of stress. We're dealing with women who have been traumatized, and the kids mainly have been traumatized as well. So we don't always get to see the good in people until it's later on that they finally realize that we are here to help them, and we don't really want anything in return except for them to be working on themselves. We are striving to really be trauma-informed here, to where we're building better relationships with the women. When they come in, the coping skills that they're using are what they've learned to use in order to survive. So it's not just something that's going to change. We have a counseling counselor that comes on site and meets with them. And then, they meet with our case manager. She meets with them on a weekly basis. She makes sure that whatever barriers that they're facing, that we can get around those advocate on staff. And she works with the women to make sure that the children are reaching their developmental milestones, that they are in the right grade, that they're not falling behind. Program coach that we have on staff, she is actually a graduate of the program, and she works with the women so that they know how to do the activities that are in that self-sufficiency plan. We don't want to assume that anybody coming in that moves in knows how to ride the bus or fill out an application or how to look for all sorts of housing volunteer opportunities. So if anybody wanted to volunteer and they weren't really sure where, they just need to talk to us and let us know how they want to help. We'll meet anybody's needs, that wants to volunteer. And we work next door with the Humane Society. They use volunteers quite a bit as well. And when we have women in here who can't be working, we require them to volunteer somewhere, and sometimes it's next door. I really feel blessed that I have a job I love, that I don't dread going into the office every day. And, our offices are here on site, so we get to see the women and the kids every day, so we don't lose sight of our mission.